you everyone for coming tonight, and before I start my speech I just have to say thank you to 4 incredible speakers that we've just heard, so everyone make some noise. Cecil Rhodes couldn't have been robbing nobody, because he said there was nobody there. Israel isn't a racist apartheid state. It's a land of no people, or a people of no land. Britain is still flying the flag of imperialism today. Now, I'll give you a clue. One of those 3 statements is true. People across the world, from Sierra Leone to Palestine to Diego Garcia to Iran to Iraq, see the results of our imperialism every day. The same imperialism that not only denies millions of people across the globe a right to an education, but also teaches us in our own schools and universities that this is somehow okay, that it is normal, that we are more civilized, more developed, that we are more equal than them. We must reject this ideology of imperialism, and we reject it in every context. We reject it in every context because imperialism is often disguised as humanitarianism. The American-led invasion and occupation of Iraq, which has cost the lives of 1 million innocent people, was named Operation Iraqi Freedom by the American military. Operation Iraqi Freedom, run by the American military. Is it only me that notices something amiss here? As my close friend Loki says, 1 million dead people doesn't equal liberation. To take another example, Barack Obama's administration's humanitarian Call of Duty style unmanned drone attacks have murdered more people in northern Pakistan in the last 2 years than George Bush's administration did in 8 years of his presidency. Tariq Ali, who I'm very proud to be sitting alongside this evening, says in his most recent book to expect this president to prosecute members of the previous administrations for crimes that were to be continued was truly utopian. He is an imperial president. Absolutely. And all those who run empires invariably commit crimes. The British government are no better. In fact, if we look at things historically, we provided America with the imperialist, colonialist blueprint for the foreign policy of empire and expansion the United States is now pursuing. But our policies of imperialism abroad could never survive without capitalism at home. This is about inequality. The only way you can even attempt to justify sending British soldiers thousands of miles away to murder people is by teaching us at home that those people are inferior to ourselves. The English Defence League and the British Nationalist Party at home are not right-wing monsters born from nowhere. They are a product of the same imperialist rhetoric the Labour and Conservative parties use. The Labour Party says Muslim countries, Arab countries are our enemy. The EDL says Muslims here are our enemy. Capitalism says that money is of supreme importance. So our government says we need war to remain supreme. You cannot separate one ideology from the other. They are both ideologies of inequality. The alternative is equality, and it is equality that we believe in. But the question is, what is equality? Is this equality? I get the same weird looks you get for being black. I get the same weird looks you get for being brown. I get the same weird looks you get for being Muslim. But I'm not really disabled or in a wheelchair. I'm just using that to strike fear. I'm just using that to strike fear. I'm just trying to manipulate the media. Does that calm me right? Because if it was, I'd make it much easier. I'd make my hair blonde. I'd go shopping all the time and eat loads of junk food. I wouldn't be reading Pilger, Robert Fisk and Tariq Ali stupid. I'd be reading the Times, the Sun and all the papers.
The Daily Mail.
And all the papers to Rupert, not the Daily Mail. I wouldn't be listening to hip-hop music.
Oh, sweet.
I could never see the speeches of Guevara, Malcolm and Lumumba.
Wow!
My only heroes would be Gandhi, Mandela and Martin Luther. If I say I am not the victim then I am playing the victim. If I say equality for all, then I am placing myself on a pedestal.
Absolutely.
You can keep peddling your lies if it makes your lives easier, or propping up politicians with your excuse of a media. Despite the bias, I'm still taught to BBC News. They rep the government, so we need to voice our views. For every town, village and city that's been destroyed by our bombs, if you had to see their faces, this could never go on. If you saw the white phosphorus and the skin as it's peeling, your COD gaming wouldn't be so appealing. If you saw the napalm dropping on Vietnamese, or the terror of Iraqi children bent down on their knees, or the proud Afghani man with his fist in the sky saying, "You can take my blood, but you can't take my life."